guys, and welcome back to the Tanya Takeover, where I'm your girl Tanya, and today we're going to be talking about some reasons why your business may not be growing. Now, I understand you put in the work, you put in the time, you put in the energy, the sleepless nights, and you're just not seeing the growth that you thought you would after the first few months. And guys, I'm here to tell you guys that it is not that uncommon. It might be something that you're doing wrong, or it just takes time. So if you guys want to hear about the top reasons why your business may not be growing, stay tuned. And guys, don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe button because you know it helps your girl. And let's get started. Okay, so you know everything I talk to you guys about comes with a story time. When I first started my business, and I'm going to refer back to my daycares. When I first started my daycares, it took about a year for us to actually see, new students coming in and new people just coming into the business. And the reason was, when I purchased my business, it was actually already owned by somebody previously. So that bad reputation that the school had, it took time for them to know that it was under new ownership, or that I had a new product out, or that we were giving new services. It took time for word of mouth to occur. That's when your marketing and your branding come into play. But sometimes there are just some things that you could be doing differently to see more growth in your business. Because this year, 2021, we are about getting our coins, making money, and just having a successful business. Especially with everything going on, we know that now is the perfect time to have multiple streams of income. We need it, guys. We can't depend on that 9 to 5 anymore. We can't depend on, that tax refund money. You just can't depend on things that you used to back in the day. So now we have to start working harder and working smarter and just really pushing our business. So the first thing you might be doing that's stunting your growth in your business is you're camouflaging yourself too much. You are hiding in the background. You are not pushing yourself to the forefront where people can see you, see your product, see what you're bringing. Now, I always use things like eyelash lines, makeup lines, hair, shapers. I'm seeing like a whole lot of people, do waist shapers and things like that on the internet. And they're doing that by pushing themselves to the front. I think everybody's now starting to jump on the bandwagon and realizing that having your own business is where it's at. And especially now that everybody's coming out with these businesses, it's hard to stand out. First thing to ask yourself is your product solving a problem? Like, what are you bringing? What's different about your product? What makes you stand out from the next person selling lashes or the next person selling hair? Why is your business different? When I started my business, I saw a lot of things, and I'm going to refer back to the clothing. I do have a children's clothing line. If you guys have been watching my videos, you know that I have a clothing line. So with my business, I tried to do things that would make me stand out. And being as it was a children's clothes, I figured like a lot of clothing companies were doing like a lot of colors and a lot of bright colors and crayons and cartoons and all that stuff that, is eye-catching, but it's not really feasible. So I made sure to kind of narrow down my colors. Like, I wanted my colors to be things that are interchangeable, things that are sustainable, that if somebody bought from my product or my clothing in the summertime and they bought a pants from winter, they can actually add the two together to make an outfit for maybe the fall. That's the big thing that came to mind when I started my clothing line. With kids, they grow fast, and we're in a phase right now where maybe not a lot of people are working, maybe not a lot of people have the same savings or money that they used to have when things were better. So by coming out with a children's clothing line that is sustainable, that would help actually save money in the long run, I felt like that was something that I was helping to solve a problem with. Now, for you and your business, it might be something totally different. Maybe it's hair that is more affordable. Maybe it's eyelashes. Maybe it's waist trainers. Or there's so many other business ventures out there, I'm telling you guys. But think of something that's going to help you stand out from the crowd, not something that's going to make you fade away. A lot of people like to look at different businesses in their niche that are doing it and seeing exactly how they can, I won't say copy, how they can mimic them. But by mimicking somebody else's ways or what they're doing, you're kind of just blending in. You're not standing out. There's no reason why I should buy your product as opposed to John's on, Instagram, or Susie's on Facebook. What is making your brand, your business stand out? Just think about that. Think about your story. Think about what you can bring to others that other people are not. You have to be a little bit creative when you're doing your business, guys. It's all about how you position yourself, how you position your brand and your marketing. And that's going to help you do so much better in your business. The second thing that you might be doing that may be stunting the growth in your business is that you've stopped learning. Guys, we get to a point where we are just so comfortable, and I hate being comfortable. I feel like we get so comfortable in our business. Maybe you got used to making $1,000 a month with your business. Maybe you got comfortable with, showing your family and friends your product. You got comfortable and you stopped learning, you stopped reading. When you have a business, it's all about educating yourself. How do you exactly run a Facebook ad? How do you do an Instagram story or IG story that's gonna push your product? You have to keep learning and keep growing, or you're gonna just stop growing in your business. When I started my business, of course, there were so many things I had to learn that I just did not know. Marketing, Amazon, putting your clothes on Etsy, and just pushing your product on different websites. Things like that are what helped me to grow my business, and I feel like when you stop learning, it's just like telling yourself that you are comfortable. You think you've made it. If you have not made your first million in your business, you're not done. You're not done learning. You still have so much more to learn, so much more money to make. So make sure that you're reading up on books on marketing, how to stand up in the crowd, how to be a leader in your industry, because people want to be taught, people want to be led. I honestly think that people are inherently followers. They're looking for that one leader to lead them to the best product, the best lashes, the best clothes, the best, whatever it is. And this is your time and your opportunity to give them just that. So make sure that you're constantly reading on how to bring more attention to your product, and stop being comfortable with making what you're making when there's so much more money to be made. You always hear about this one person who made $1 million in a year, right? They made 5-figure income in their business in the first 5 months, whatever it is. You always hear these stories, but now's the time to do the research and exactly figure out, how did they do it? What did they do that was so different than what you're doing now? It doesn't have to be in the same business, even if they have, a health business, or they have a restaurant, whatever it is. This is the time to get information. Right now, we are building a business. We are trying to stop from being so stagnant in our business and grow it. So any feedback, any ideas that somebody's giving you are great ideas. Use them. See how they can work in your business. See how you can tweak it to make it just your own. And start growing your business the way it should be, because guys, we are doing it this year. The third thing you might be doing that's stunting your growth is you are underselling yourself. Okay, so I definitely understand this, because when I was starting my daycares, I thought that by underselling, maybe if the competitor is selling it at $50, I'm gonna go under and do $45. I'm gonna do $49.99, because my product is going to be cheaper, people are going to stay with me, and people are going to just flock to me. And initially, that worked. I got an influx of people. I got an influx of customers and children coming into my business. But then I realized that, number one, the customers that I was receiving, they were just looking for a sale. They just wanted, a cheap product. They didn't care about the quality. They didn't care about what I was teaching. They didn't care about what I was offering. They just wanted the cheap fix. And when you get customers like that, you're gonna be falling on top of yourself, trying to make ends meet, trying to figure out how to make your product cheaper or how to cut costs, and eventually start taking away from the quality of your product. And let's get this straight. You went into business, number one, to make an income, and number two, to provide a quality product. So don't fall over yourself trying to make your brand the cheapest, the most affordable. People are willing to pay for quality, and those are the kind of customers that you want. You want somebody who's going to give their all into their child's education. You want somebody who's going to spend their all so that their child looks nice and feels, confident when they go out. You want somebody who wants lashes that are going to last them and pays a little bit extra to have, in the long run, more money in their pocket and more quality product, right? So those are the customers that we're going after. And by undercutting yourself, you're just gonna be falling over yourself trying to make it work. And guys, everything I'm telling you is because I learned from my experience. I got a whole lot of people wanting to pay $10 for a product that was, costing $100 or maybe $120. And I was just trying to say, okay, look, I got all these customers, but when you did the math at the end of the day, it just did not add up. So stop underselling yourself. You have a quality product, you have a quality service, and you're providing something of value. So price it as such. I'm not saying price your product at like a crazy high amount that nobody's gonna pay, but I'm saying that you're putting a lot into your business, you're putting a lot into your product and making sure it's quality. And you want to be compensated for that because the money that you're making is actually going to go back into your business, right? So it's going to go towards overhead and marketing and buying more inventory and just getting it together. So you have to price your product accordingly. Don't undercut yourself. Do not undersell yourself because you're therefore saying to other customers that, you know what, my stuff is cheap. You can get this for $5 because that's how much it's worth to me. So by keeping your price competitive but still getting your full amount of money for it, you're therefore growing your business and helping to get rid of that stagnation and to grow your business the way you want it to grow. The next thing you might be doing that might be stunting your growth in your business is your branding just isn't good. You have to honestly look at your brand and everything that you're putting out, your website, your logo, and ask yourself, what impression do you get from it? Is everything cohesive? Are your colors on brand? Is everything that you want to describe about your company, is it represented in what you're putting out to the world? If you can't answer that question for yourself, ask a family, ask friends, ask anybody around you, ask a stranger and ask them to look at your website. Is it easy to maneuver? Does it go with the color scheme that you have going? Is your logo representative of you? What do they think about your logo? Things like this and this feedback is excellent when trying to build your brand because your brand is what everybody's going to see. It's what everybody's going to see first. It's representative of you. So make sure that you have it done correctly. I actually had to look at my website and realize that I might be okay with my website because I know how to maneuver it. I helped, design it. But when other people came to try to order or try to get something from it, it wasn't easy for them to maneuver. So changes had to be made. And that's okay. With having a business, it's okay to make changes. It's alright to say, you know what, this could be better. I did this because, I was maybe rushing it. But now that I have time to look back, I'm realizing that this doesn't show what I wanted to represent. And it's okay to make changes. But sometimes that's really stunting your growth. When people go on your website, they're confused. They don't know how to order. They don't know, where to find the shirts or the tops. They don't know how to use your coupon codes. Whatever it is, it's just not customer friendly. So make sure that you're looking at your brand, looking at, what you're putting out to the world, and ask somebody, is this representing who I am? And if not, make the necessary changes and fix that branding. The next thing that might be stunting your growth is that you're not associating yourself with the right people. Now, I feel like I've talked about this a lot because, who you surround yourself with is so important. But I'm gonna say it again for the person sitting back there who can't quite hear me, that didn't hear me the first time. Make sure that you are surrounding yourself with people who are getting it, who are getting their bag, who are getting their money, their coins. Make sure you're surrounding yourself with go-getters because ultimately this is gonna represent and show you and push you to do better in your business. Now, when I'm doing my business, sometimes I feel lazy, I feel unmotivated, I feel drained, like, it's not gonna happen, I'm just wasting my time. I go through it too, I am human, and you're human too. People get tired. But if you surround yourself with other people who are doing it, they're gonna inspire you. How can I sit and be lazy and not work all week and I see this person making moves in their business, going out in the snow when they're tired and it's cold and they just want to be inside and they are working, getting their money, getting their coins, building their business? How dare I lay down? How dare I take a nap? Seriously, Okay, and that is what is going to push you. If you surround yourself with lazy people who are okay with Netflix and chill and not building your business, that's exactly what you're going to get out of it. You're going to build Netflix's money and build their coins while you're sitting there watching, and your business is going to fail. So maybe that's why you're not growing. Surround yourself with people who are getting it, and you will be that much better in the long run. You're going to see your business flourish. Guys, this is so important. Surround yourself with people who are inspired in their business, and it will inspire you to build your business and get out of that rat race and that stagnation that you're feeling. The next thing that you might be doing that is stunting your growth is you are not networking and putting yourself out there. Whew. This is always a big one for me because I am that socially awkward person. Don't get it twisted, guys. I can talk to you guys all day. We are, we're friends. We started together. But when I go out in front of other people and strangers, it's hard for me to put myself forward. It's hard for me to put myself out there and say, you know what? My name is Tanya and I have a clothing line. I have daycares. I have this, I have that. I just cringe with just, putting myself out there. But you have to. You're not networking, guys. You have to network. You don't know who might know whoever and who might know this person and connect you, and that could be your big break, okay? I'm going to tell you guys a story. So I was looking to expand my school, and one of the parents that actually came to my school was a manager of a rapper. I'm not going to say who. You guys hear on the radio all the time. And instead of networking and, they would invite me out to events and stuff like that, and I would always push it off, I'd rather go home and eat cup of noodles. I'd rather sit down on the couch and blah, blah, blah. Come to find out, they were actually interested in helping me to expand my schools, and I missed out on that big break because I was just so comfortable with not networking and putting myself out there. They didn't know I even wanted to expand. They didn't know, it was a dream of mine. They didn't know it was an idea I had because I wasn't networking. I wasn't putting myself out there. And I say all that to say is that you never know who you come across with. You don't know who knows who. You don't know what that person sitting next to you or that person at that event, you don't know what they're looking for until you put yourself out there. So make sure that you are networking. Eventually, it all worked out, but it could have been done a lot faster. And, you just never know. So make sure that you're putting yourself out there. Stop selling yourself short because you have a great idea, you have a great product, and you're not going to know the feedback or, the potential that you might have until you put your best foot forward and start, speaking to people. Push yourself, You have something of quality to show somebody. So stop acting like you don't and get out there, girl, and make it happen. The last and final thing that might be stunting your growth in your business. Why haven't you seen your millions yet? Why isn't this working for me, Tanya? Why am I still here, Tanya? It's because you're scared of failure. And listen to me. You cannot be scared of failure in a business. The average entrepreneur starts about 10 different businesses before they find that one business that's going to make them their millions. So stop being afraid of failure. You got this. You have put your research into your business. You have put so much money and time into this product that is your baby. Push it. Don't be afraid of failure. Failure is going to come, and if you fail and it didn't work out, maybe that Facebook ad didn't work out, or that Amazon contract didn't work out, or that product didn't work out, for next time, and you are that much more ahead than the next person who's now starting their business. With this type of business, that's not the audience I'm going towards, or that marketing strategy isn't going to work for me. And you're not going to know that until you tried and you failed, or you've tried and succeeded. But you cannot be afraid of failure. You're not going to make it anywhere. There's so many people out there who fail at a business, and you know what they do? They dust themselves off and they start their next business. So are you going to be that person who's cowering in the sidelines watching everybody else make their money, or are you going to be that person who walks out there confidently and makes their money, and if they trip and fall, they pick themselves up and keep it going? A lot of people see the final growth, and that's why I'm always showing you guys my life and what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, because a lot of people see the final part. They see the big cars, they see the mansions, they see see money, they see, they see all these things that have to do with wealth, but they don't see what that person went through to get it. And you're never going to know their backstory. Not everybody's going to go on YouTube and tell you, you know what, I failed. Yeah, my business did not do good. I started other businesses. Not everybody's going to tell you that. But just know that for every successful person you've seen on television or in front of a product line, they have failed several different businesses in the back burner that you didn't even get to see. Underneath the surface, they are bruised and battered, but they got themselves up and they are successful, and that's the part that they're portraying to you. So make sure that you are picking yourself up, guys. It's scary. Yes, it's risky. Of course, it's business, but it's honestly a risk worth taking, because the growth in your business has the potential of making so much more money, opening so much more doors, and you're never going to see that if you live your life scared. So stop living scared and start making your money, and you're going to see your business grow. Guys, as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe at the bottom. Let me know, guys, what do you feel is stopping your growth in your business? How can you build your business up? Or can you relate to any of these things that I've told you? If so, comment down below. Let me know, because we are in this together, guys, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.